planned change in British citizenship rules faces first legal challenge. Like we know, I filmed a video about this when it was first published, and here we are. The first person have taken Home Office to court because they think that this is not fair. Guys, welcome back to my channel. My name is Fajira. If you're seeing this beautiful face for the very first time, I'm so happy to have you all in our beautiful family. For my returning subscribers, thank you for always coming back to watch my videos. I really do appreciate. Thank you for sharing my videos as well. God bless you. If you're new to this channel, I share content on UK immigration updates, which I'm about to share one right now. Jobs with visa sponsorship in the UK, live in the UK, scholarships in the UK, like everything you can think about the UK. So if you're someone who is interested in such content too, hit on that subscribe button and turn on your notification bell, and also do like and share this video with your friends and loved ones. So guys, if you remember, I filmed a video about the new rule that was passed on the 10th of February last month, that if you arrive in the UK illegally, you can no longer become a British citizen. The highest you can get is indefinite leave to remain. And the Conservative Party are the first people that raised this when they were talking about what they want to do to bring change in the immigration system, because we all know that not only UK, also US as well is cutting down net migration. So when the Conservative Party mentioned that, now the Labour Party now have brought this into effect. If you arrived in the UK illegally, you are no longer entitled to British citizenship, which a lot has thought that is not fair. There is actually a petition that is already going on. They've been taken to court because of this whole new rules, because these rules will impact a lot of people, thousands of people, or maybe millions of people. This new rule is definitely going to affect them. As you can see on my screen, young Afghan refugee brings case after move to prevent those who arrived on dangerous journey from citizenship. It plans to prevent refugees who arrived in the UK on a small boat, lorry, or via other irregular means from becoming a British citizen are facing their first legal challenge, and like Kemi classified overstayers as well under this category. So we don't know what is going to happen with them. The challenge is being brought by a 21-year-old Afghan refugee who arrived in the UK age 14. He has stayed in the UK for 7 years after fleeing the Taliban and being smuggled to Britain in the back of a lorry. He was granted refugee status, and after 5 years was granted indefinite leave to remain. He was due to apply for British citizenship on 1st of March. Now, even if I were in his shoes, I would be sad about it. So, however, he is now unable to do so after the government plans emerges last week, making it almost impossible for any refugee who arrived via a dangerous journey to become a British citizen, regardless of the time that has passed since they arrived in the UK. Tens of thousands of people are potentially affected by the new rules. And you know, last year, the UK government announced that from the 11th of March 2024, that you can no longer come to the UK as a care worker. And we're already in March again, 2025. This has affected a lot of people who intended to move to the UK as care workers, people who came as students that later got the care worker visa but are still unable to bring their family. So each time the UK passes a new rules, thousands of people are affected. I would always share on this platform that even when I came to study, I came in September. The new rules in April of that year was students can no longer get post-study work visa. I knew how bad I felt. Now, I was even actually meant to come to the UK in January, but because I had my wedding that same year and I deferred my admission to September, which means that most of my friends that came in January had post-study work visa. I went back to Nigeria because I was sad about the whole thing. So I can relate with this because I had experienced it in the past. That's why I always say on this platform, whatever you're doing, just make sure you're quite on time, because the UK rules is a rules that changes every day. Still 2023, they said students can now apply to switch to skilled worker visa. Do you know that announcement was made in, I think, between February or March 2023? And all of a sudden, on the 17th of July 2023, a new rule was passed that if you're a student, you can no longer switch until you complete your studies, which is still same to today. So when a new rule is passed like this, a lot of people are actually affected. Like we know, the UK you could go to bed, I'd always say this, and wake up with something new. So I can actually relate with this guy. So according to a legal challenge submitted, the pre-action protocol, the change in the citizenship rules is a source of great anxiety to the man and has made him feel vulnerable in the UK. Because of the volatility of UK immigration laws, he fears being isolated from the rest of British society and not being able to vote nor to travel freely. Now, you know, once you hold the British passport, you travel to other countries without applying for visa. With what it is now, the best they can get is indefinite leave to remain, and if they have to leave the UK for any reason, they will have to apply for a visa. Fikria, son of Duncan Lewis, solicitor, who is representing the refugees, said it's upsetting for so many who had hope for a new approach to now see this Home Secretary repeating the same mistake as her various predecessors. The changes are contained in updated government guidance about good character requirements. Because of their method of arrival in the UK, many refugees are no longer deemed by government to be of good character, even though they rarely have any choice but to arrive via irregular means. Now, the new guidance says any person applying for citizenship from February 10, 2025 who previously entered the UK illegally will normally be refused regardless of the time that has passed since the illegal entry took place. So regardless of the time, like I said in my video then, that even if you had arrived in the UK 20 years ago, 15 years ago, and you have not applied for your indefinite leave to remain, at the point you want to apply from the new rules, it will be refused, which we know. Before the new guidance was published, the Afghan refugee bringing the legal challenge would have met the good character rules. When you're applying for a British citizenship, one of the things they check is good character. That's why the application takes up to 3 months for some, and it could take more. And in a situation whereby they still need to find out anything about it, they will send you an email and you will have to submit. Now, some people will just apply, and when they do the search, they end up not finding anything and they just approve the citizenship. But for some, I've seen somebody that have been waiting for almost a year now, because the person had different police cases, like a lot of cases, and the bottom line is that she came to the UK as a visitor and became an overstayer. At the point she met her husband, married her husband, she has gotten indefinite leave. Now she's trying to apply for citizenship to become a British citizen. The application has taken almost a year, and Home Office keeps coming back to ask for different documents. So she came to visit and she didn't go back. Before the new guidelines was published, the Afghan refugee bringing the legal challenge would have met good character rules. He has no criminal record, has complied with all immigration rules while in the UK, has a good command of English, and plans to train as a mechanical engineer to contribute to the British society and the economy. Now, because they've passed the new rule now, they said he cannot meet the good character rules, which is very unfortunate. Now, because of laws passed by the previous government, it is now an offense to enter the UK without permission, despite the UK being signatory to international law territories such as 1951 UN Refugee Convention. Asylum seekers and refugees should not be penalized for the illegal entry. The convention says that states should make every effort to expedite naturalization proceedings. The legal challenge argues that the new policy misrepresents the true legal position on the good character requirement in the 1981 British Nationality Act and is therefore unlawful. It says it also breaches part of the European Convention on Human Rights and Equality legislation. Now, the change has been condemned by refugee organizations and some Labour MPs, including Stella Creasy, who said the change meant refugees would forever remain second-class citizens. Home Office spokesperson said there are long-standing rules that can prevent those arriving illegally from gaining citizenship. Now, this guidance is strengthening these measures to make it clear that anyone who enters the UK illegally, including small boat arrivals, faces having a British citizenship application refused. This is what the Home Office spokesperson said. So I'm going to follow up with this to see what is going to happen next. But like I said, when it comes to UK rules, this first person have taken them to court. Let's see if at the end of the day this guy is going to get his citizenship, and just in case he gets his citizenship, then that rules will be amended. But for now, they are still in court. Well, I'll definitely follow up to find out what the outcome will be and also update you guys. Just to add to this is that if you've moved to the UK as a student, just make sure that you complete your studies and look for a skilled worker job to do to start counting towards your indefinite leave to remain. Because from what it is, the Conservative Party have raised it. In the next few months, we don't know what is going to change. I would always say that the UK rules are rules that you go to bed with something different and you may wake up with something different. Don't just wait to say, oh, I want to go through the post-study work for 2 years, and then before the 2 years, I will now look for a skilled worker job. You're very lucky to be on the post-study work visa. Like in my time, I would always say that it stopped in my time. So we finished and went back to our countries and came back to the UK again. So for those of you who are fortunate to have a post-study work visa, you should be grateful. But at the same time, that visa has a way of deceiving you for a long time. There is a publication that says that the UK government is looking at, if you don't get a graduate job, you may not be allowed to stay in the UK. So do not wait until those rules are passed before you switch to a skilled worker visa that will enable you move towards your indefinite leave to remain on time, in no time. From experience, the citizenship requirements for even those that came for study, that came for work, that later went on skilled worker visa and other categories of visa may be looked into and may be changed. Don't let anything delay you. Do not be too comfortable on the post-study work visa. I've seen people that actually stayed on that visa and they went back because at the time the visa was coming to an end, they were not still able to get a job that will keep them in the UK because they were not searching from the beginning, felt they had enough time. So just make sure you do everything you know you can to move to the skilled worker visa and carry on from there. I've actually come to the end of this video and I hope you find this video helpful. And if you do find it helpful, please do like, share, and also do subscribe and join our beautiful family. Don't forget to turn on your notification bell. Thank you very much for watching. See you right in my next video. Bye bye for now.